which is potato patties with egg and fresh parsley. So Sally, tell us about the ingredients, please.
Okay, in this snack we've got a really good carbohydrate sauce. You can use the traditional white potato or you could use sweet potato, whatever you like. Pumpkin could also work well. We have a protein sauce here, so eggs, great zinc in here, some B vitamins, and it's always great to have green with any snack that you're having. Parsley is particularly good for the liver, and it's got a really interesting bitter taste, so that will add a lot of flavour to the patties.
Alright, so what you want to do is boil your jug and then put it on the stove. So put the water in your cooking pot and then put it on the stove, so in just a few minutes you can have boiling water on the stove. In the meantime, grab your potatoes and you're gonna peel them. So some people think that maybe potatoes are not the healthiest food. Why do you think that might be different?
The white potato is full of starch, so it may not be the best source of carbohydrates, but you know, in moderation, it's quite good to have. And particularly when you're looking for some good texture for a snack, I think it's perfectly fine.
And what you need to remember is that often what's wrong with unhealthy snack is that it's the way it's prepared. So if you take some potatoes and then you fry them in deep oil, then that's going to be an unhealthy snack. If you boil your potato in water, then it's going to be much better for you and a much better way to eat the ingredients.
Yeah, that's correct. And if you balance it out with some green and some protein, then it's a really well balanced snack.
Alright, so now that I've made a mess, we're going to wash this off. Alright, so this is our potatoes. Just going to chop them. It's sticky. Just chop them in 8 like this, and then they will cook much faster. So they should take only about 5 to 10 minutes to cook, depending on the size of your pieces.
Great, I'll add that to the water.
Yeah. So just put this in the water. What I like to do with the water is just add a pinch of sea salt. So one pinch of sea salt. There you go. And then that's it. Leave it. Another thing you can do to cook your potatoes is just put one branch of thyme, like a thyme leaf, and just put it in the water as it cooks, and that's really nice. Another thing you can do is add a bay leaf to the water and then make sure you remove them before you mash the potatoes. That's just to add a bit of flavor. Right, so to prepare the parsley, we just chop the heads quite roughly, nothing. And then I'm going to show you my tip to chop parsley really fast, and that's a really good one to use with your kids. With your kids, what you do is you give them a bowl, or you can even use a glass, and you put your parsley in it, and so they can't cut their fingers and still help in the kitchen. You give them scissors, and you just get them to chop the parsley like this for like a few minutes, and then it will be actually a lot of the time much thinner than what you come up with when you chop it. Okay, so there you go.
Thank you. I'll continue that.
We'll keep doing this for minutes. So that's how to use your time while the potatoes are cooking. Alright, so now the potatoes are cooked. To know if your potatoes are cooked, what you do is you just take a fork, and if you can just easily break them like this, that means it's cooked. Pretty simple. So we're gonna mash them. So just mash them.
Traditionally, people use butter and milk to mash the potatoes. but you'll find that if they're cooked enough and you use a good amount of pressure, you won't need any liquid like milk or melted butter.
No, and what we want is to not make them too wet so we can make them into patties. So what's going to be keeping it together is the egg we're using. Alright, so now I'm going to add the egg. And the parsley.
Would you like all of the parsley?
Yeah, sure. And as always, some salt and pepper. Alright, so now I just mix it with a fork. Now this will depend basically on the size of your potatoes. You might need to use another egg. We are just borderline in the need to use another egg. So it's really depending on the size of your potatoes. The larger they are, the more potatoes you're going to have, and you're going to need an extra egg. So just be ready for that. Okay, so this is fine, that looks good. Okay, so this is our preparation. Now what we do is that we use a spoon. We're going to use a spoon. We're going to go to the stove. Put the frying pan on the stove. Drizzle some olive oil. Okay. And then with your spoon you just form a little patty like this. So take a nice big spoon like this. Form a patty, and then once it's in the pan, then you can flatten it a little bit, okay? I like to do it with 2 spoons because it's easier this way.
Alex has used olive oil. You can also use macadamia oil, and you can use walnut oil, so you can experiment with whatever oils you like. Just remember not to have the temperature too high. You don't want to burn the oil too quickly.
And what happens with walnut oil, if it's the one you're using, like this one we've got here, is walnut has a very strong taste, so make sure that you actually enjoy the taste before you use that one. I really enjoy it, I like it, but it's not for everyone, so just be aware of that. So here we have 2 nice big patties, so just cook it on the first side for maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and then we're gonna turn it over. Alright, so now we're just going to turn it over, so make sure that you're being very careful on that one, okay? You don't want to break it, so again, it's quite good to use 2 tools, and there you go. Could have waited almost a little bit more. It's a bit nicer. And cook another 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, and then you'll be ready to go. Now, Sally, what are the different options you can use it for?
You can substitute the potato. You can have a sweet potato, or you can mix some pumpkin in there. You can mix up the greens, so you can try other herbs. And it's also a great way of getting in some spinach to the kids. I guess you could grate some zucchini. You could even finely dice some asparagus, and that would be quite nice.
Yeah, what I do for my daughter is that to get her to eat fish, which is not always easy, I cook the fresh fish, so like a fresh salmon steak or fresh tuna steak or barramundi. I cook it on the stove, so I just cook my fish. And then when I'm mashing the potatoes, I mix it with the potatoes. So I just chop it finely, mix it together, and then cook it like this. And it's a great way to get fish to eat fish and meat. You can do it with minced meat as well. Now, it's also in another of the recipes in the cookbook. I can't remember the number, but it's a little variation of that one. So have a look. Go and check it out.
That was great.
Alright, so now they are nice and golden, ready to eat. We're gonna serve them into the plates. These ones go really well with salad, so you can use a mixed salad as well on the side with a little dressing, and then you've got a nice entree, you've got a nice snack. Great for kids when they come back from school. Instead of giving them chips, make a little potato patty and they're gonna love it.
Yes, some great patty there. That was beautiful, Alex.
Thank you. Alright. There we go. Thanks, Sally.
Thank you.
Enjoy.